Hi there, welcome back to Apatros Review. In this episode, Halloween H20, or H20, the 20 years later. Directed by Steve Miner in the year 1998. It's actually a review of the Region 1 Echo Bridge disc, which I'll explain later. Hi there, welcome back to Apatros Review, your guide to the wild world of science fiction, action, horror cinema with me, your host, Milo Sipka. Basically, awesome reviews from a guy who looks like a scary bastard. Yeah. I'm going to trim my beard for the next review, hopefully. Anyway. Now, in this episode, we look at the film Halloween H20, 20 years later. But this is not the alpha review of this film. Instead, this is a review of the American Region 1 DVD from the Halloween Collection free film pack from Echo Bridge. You'll see it on the index picture for this video. A company that puts out cheap multi-packs of various Miramax and Dimension franchises. I already reviewed the Hellraiser Collection pack quite a long time ago. And as such, we'll review the Australian DVD from Roadshow Entertainment for this film's alpha review, but that won't be for quite some time, a few years in fact. So if you're itching for a review of Halloween H20 20 years later, this will help scratch that itch for now. Also review the same release's copy of Halloween Resurrection in the next episode. Anyway, now, this 7th entry in the classic Halloween series. Now the title seems like such a dorky choice, but if you think about it, the H20 component makes people think about the molecular composition of water, which has a pH of 7.0 when pure, and this is the 7th film in the series, ironically enough, so it's Halloween 7. This has Jamie Lee Curtis return to her breakout role as Laurie Strode, who has changed her name to Carrie Tate, and is now the headmistress of an elite private school in California, where she and her teenage son, John, played by Josh Hartnett, who, when offered the role, once quipped, "Halloween 7, is that going straight to video or straight to hell?" are having a decent existence. I should point out that while the film appears to ignore the Jamie Lloyd storyline of the previous 3 sequels, they too technically join up with this one, although the film's script ignores them, ignoring being the operative word here, instead of actually retconning them. In the draft, Laurie discovers that Myers had killed a daughter that she once gave away, Jamie Lloyd, causing her to run out of the classroom and vomit in the toilets in grief. Or for Mikey Myers, during production, Jamie Lee Curtis gave the actor the nickname Shapey, returns, after killing the nurse of the late Dr. Loomis, to harass her once again with the usual assortment of sharp butcher knives, only to find that Strode has changed from innocent victim to tough bitch of a survivor, and this time she'll really give it to him. The action takes place in a private school during Halloween, when the students are taking a bus trip out of town, except for Strode and his son and their respective love interests and friends, including a dopey security guard who likes to write cheesy romantic stories that he's written to his girlfriend over the phone, and Shapey stalks the corridors looking for his prey. And by the way, the security guard is played by LL Cool J. It's actually the second film I've reviewed where he appears in it. Now, to be honest, while most Shape fans consider this to be one of the best sequels in the series so far, I would have to disagree slightly. Slightly, that is. It is more or less in the middle ground of the franchise, more technically polished and better handled than the likes of Halloween 5 or Halloween 6, but not quite good enough to be anything other than average at best. It's simply a routine 1990s slash with a decent acting and clever throwbacks to previous films, and there's even a Jason Voorhees reference, because Steve Miner actually directed Friday the 13th Part 2 and 3, balanced out by some dopey characterizations and the horror element ruined by a desire to use the Shape as Laurie Strode's personal punching bag. In fact, Myers cops more abuse here than he does in previous films, which does take away his fear factor to negative effect. First, in getting the scares, I want to go into the bit where the students watch Scream 2 on the telly, when the original Scream had its cast watch Halloween numero uno, which causes the temporal story paradox of a goof, along the lines of the one displaying the cult classic Zombie Lake, and some smart-ass quips that also ruin the effect. Still, it's not bad, and I'll be happy to watch this over the previous 2 entries, Halloween 5 and 6 to be precise, although for its fan-favorite cult status, it's ultimately nothing special. It's not bad, it's just average at best. So as it stands, Halloween H20 20 years later gets a C, 4 out of 10. It's average at best, although if you're a Halloween fan, this is technically watchable. Average hasn't been bad, just nothing special. Now for gore and nudity. Very little gore here, aside from stab wounds and a certain future star of Inception getting ice skate through the face. Although in reality, it would not be a clean cut, that would actually cause the skull to be shattered, and slit throats. Oh, and a mean decapitation as well. No nudity scene here. Now for the DVD. I did mention that this is a provisional review of this film. The alpha review will be the Region 4 Roadshow disc. This review is of the Region 1 DVD from Echo Bridge. I actually picked this up years before I picked up the Australian release of Halloween 6. And this is a double-sided disc. And I hate double-sided discs because they're very hard to keep clean. And the picture's in 185, which is strange given that other DVD releases are in 235. It actually looks slightly cropped, and the English stereo is serviceable enough, although there are no subtitles and no supplement here. And in fact, the disc actually has Halloween 6 on one side, and Halloween H20 and Resurrection on the other. Now I've noticed there's a slight metallic twang with this one, slightly, but not quite. It's barely noticeable. I thought the Hellraiser collection actually had, in that double-sided disc, had a really heavy metallic twang to it. This one is slightly better, but it's still slightly noticeable. And there's no supplement here, not even trailer. Now, so that's it for Halloween H20, or Halloween 20 years later, aka Halloween 7. See, 4 out of 10 at best. Now, like I said, it's one of the better sequels, but not the best. I mean, the best sequels are probably what, Halloween 2 and Halloween 2018, and also Halloween 3. Now, I've got multiple copies of most of the Halloween, so I'll review them progressively as time goes on. Yeah. And in the next episode, I'll do Halloween Resurrection. I mean, the same print from the same disc. So you're going to see the same index picture for both reviews. Anyway. Now, I don't do requests, but if you want a particular film in my collection, just hit me up in the comments section, I'll answer. Also, if you have any questions about DVDs, or if you haven't seen types of horror film, science fiction film you want me to cover, just hit me up in that as well. Also, I've actually added a few Charles Bronson films to my collection, and Chuck Norris films, so I'm going to review those next year, hopefully enough. Okay, hope you guys enjoyed that. The lockdown is in effect here, and now that coronavirus is a bastard. Anyway, hope you guys are staying safe, and that's it for this review. See ya.